Welcome to Witness Wednesday here on the Walk Boldly with Jesus podcast. I am your host, Katherine Duggan. However, each Wednesday, I will have a guest give their witness of how God is working in their lives. Hearing how God is working in other people's lives shows us how deeply He cares for each one of us individually. Listening to these experiences will help your faith grow. I am so blessed to be able to share these with you. Let's get started. Today's witnesses are from Matthew West's website called PopWe.org. If you don't know who Matthew West is, he is a singer, songwriter, and storyteller. This website is for the nonprofit that he has with his father, who's a pastor. Matthew and his father encourage people to share their stories. They have various categories of stories. Today, I chose 2 testimonies from the God Stories category. Often we can hear our own story in someone else's story. When we listen to others tell their story, it helps us see that we are not alone. When we hear how God worked in their situation, it gives us hope that He will work in ours too. I pray when you hear these testimonies, you will get the faith and hope to believe that miracles can happen in your situation also. I pray you know that God is there with you and that if you invite Him into your situation, He can help. I hope you enjoy these testimonies. First is Brande. I've been dealing with back problems for a while and couldn't figure out what was going on. I was overweight, so I thought that maybe that was the problem. But the more weight I lost, the worse my pain became. In April of this year, I had an MRI done and I found out that I have Degenerative Disc Disease, Arthritis and Spinal Stenosis. I also have a tear in one of my discs and my L5 is pushing on my S1. In July, I had an injection, but it didn't work. I went back to the doctor in August, and he had set up another injection for September 20th. But a week before, the doctor office called and said that my insurance would not approve another injection until I saw the nurse practitioner. After I hung up the phone that day, I was upset. We were busy at work, and I was in a lot of pain. After work, I sat in my car and cried, feeling defeated. I wanted to give up. Then I was driving home from work. Don't Stop Praying came on, and I started bawling. I knew that God was telling me not to stop praying. I shared this at church, and someone there worked for SSDI. She called me and helped me start the process of filing for that assistance. I know this is all an answer to my prayers. That song means more to me than anyone could ever imagine. Not just for this situation, but others as well. Next is Susie. My name is Susie, and this is my testimony of God's strength. 3 months ago, I was faced with a dark season. This is a season I never asked for and never thought in a million years I would ever have to go through. I was lied to and almost broken. My heart was shattered, and I felt numb to everything. I had no clue how this could happen. How could someone who was supposed to be my life partner do something like this? Being a recovering alcoholic, I could have easily fallen back to drinking to forget everything that was happening. But instead, I chose to turn to God, my Bible, and my pastor. You could say I chose the high road instead of the lonely dead-end road. I thought I was doing well, and I was trying my hardest to keep my head up and to be as strong as I could. Yet it hurt. And I was emotionally tired. In reality, I was spiraling and not doing well at all. I felt like I was in tunnel vision and couldn't get out. I then took the first step in healing by admitting to myself I needed help and reached out to talk with a counselor. Admitting out loud I needed help emotionally and mentally, and that I was not okay, was a huge step in getting through this. In all of this, I was getting signs that I needed to let go of everything I was holding on to, which I really thought I had done. But in truth, I was not listening to what God was saying to me until one Saturday morning. I got a message from a friend checking in on me to see how I was doing. After talking with her, I felt God telling me that I needed to let go of everything I'm holding on to so I could really start to heal. So I said a simple prayer that morning before getting ready for the day. After saying the prayer, God started working in my heart. During different times throughout the day, I wanted to leave where I was, but God said, no, you need to stay put. You need to be with others around you. I soon realized I was right where I needed to be, and I am stronger than I realized. I realized I was truly holding on to some parts, and I needed to let go and let God work through them to heal me. I am also blessed beyond words that I have an awesome support system that knows when I'm having a rough time or trying to fake it. I realize I don't have to be strong all the time. It's okay for me to show my emotions and show that I am human. And it's okay to not be okay. And most importantly, it's okay to have bad days. I am thankful to God for His guidance and the love He has shown me. He has put people in my path through all of this storm for one reason or another. I am grateful for the little reminders He is showing me to keep my head up. I know my path of healing is going to be a long journey, and it's not going to be easy. There are going to be tough days and easy days. If it was meant to be easy, then it wouldn't be called a storm. I am ready to see what God has in store for me, no matter how long it takes. Psalm 27, verse 17. Wait patiently for the Lord. Be brave and courageous. Yes, wait patiently for the Lord. Thank you all for sharing your stories. I know it can be hard to be vulnerable and share what you have gone through. Yet when we do, it helps others who are in similar circumstances know that there is hope that the same can happen for them. Please continue sharing your story. We have all seen God working in our lives. However, we might not all be aware it is God who is working in our lives. This is why it's so important we start talking about it more. The more we share our experiences, the more people understand how God works and how much He truly loves us. If you would be willing to share any of your experiences of how God has worked in your life, please email me at Catherine@findingtruenorthcoaching.com. CATHERINE at findingtruenorthcoaching.com. Or you can click on the link below. It won't take up much of your time, and your story could be just the story someone needs to hear today. Please prayerfully consider sharing your story. Everyone has one, and the world needs to hear them. I look forward to spending time with you again tomorrow. Remember, Jesus loves you, and so do I. I will have another witness for you next Wednesday. Have a blessed day.